Hello, my loves. Welcome to part 2 of Becoming a Thought Leader. I'm Sierra Melker. This is Red Thread Publishing, where we help you not just write your book and publish it, but really use your book to position you as a thought leader. And so part 2 of Becoming a Thought Leader is no matter where you are in the process, hopefully close to the beginning, you're already beginning to think beyond the book. And so what does that even mean? Let me tell you a quick story of what not to do. When I wrote my first book, I thought to myself, well, I'm just going to write a great book and then I'm going to publish it. And if it's good, the readers will want to know more about me. So they will internet stalk me. They will figure out who I am and what I do, and then maybe how I can help them. And then they'll reach out to me and they'll become clients. That was nice. It didn't happen like that. And to prevent you from making the same mistakes that I made in my first book, part 2 and part 3 of this thought leader element is really looking at how do you want to help people beyond the book? And that's not something that we can teach you specifically. That's something that you're actually going to have to dig in and figure out for yourself. Every single one of us is totally different, and the gifts that we bring and how we like to show up and where and how we want to make money and how much money we want to make at what schedule, all of that is really deeply, amazingly personal. And in fact, it's actually what you need to figure out so that the exact right people are the ones who are coming to you, and that in your book you are showing up as that person and calling in the right people. So this thinking beyond the book is something that's super critical to do at the beginning, and really thinking about how do you want to support your readers in the book, but also beyond the book. Okay, so some of the work that we're going to do in this section is really personal and professional development. This is really some core basics of the business. What is your business? How do you want to show up for people? And we have authors that are building houses. We have authors that have gift baskets and run a restaurant. We have authors that are coaches and service providers. We have authors that are artists and healers. And as you can imagine, all of those services, the way people show up for others, is totally unique and totally personalized based on who they are, what their book's about, what their story's about, and how they want to help. So your task, you have the whole checklist and you have the directions here, but your task is to really clarify. If you haven't, definitely clarify at least 3 ways you want to show up and support people outside of the book, okay? The first one should be free. Do you have a download? Do you have a free webinar? Do you have a PDF that they can look at, a checklist, a journal prompt situation, a free community they can join? What's the simplest, freest situation that you can add value and support your readers? Okay? You've got to have one. And if you're struggling with this, this is a great time to pop into our community. Ask there. Ask other authors, what are your freebies? How are you supporting your people? Okay, this is a great opportunity to create that connection and collaborate and share and debrief with people and brainstorm with the other authors. How have they done it? What are some of the ideas? Until you find a way that's perfect for you, okay? The second thing is a low ticket, some one-time purchase situation. What's something ideally that you're not spending any more time at? We have an author who has a course. It's already built. It's there. And she can support her readers with the course. And it doesn't take any more time for her than it's already taken to build and launch the course. Done. Okay. If you are interested in building a course and you haven't, know that the course builders, we have a course. I am a 15-year veteran teacher. I show you how to build a course that links to your book, that supports your readers, that makes readers into clients, and really helps them grow beyond that. So a course or a one-time flat rate fee thing, low ticket, is really proportional to you and the audience that you want to serve. I'm not going to tell you it needs to be X number of dollars. That's for you to figure out, but it should be something that does not require a minute of your time. Okay, it's automated. It's this way that you can support your readers without giving a whole bunch of your time. And that leads to the third way that I really want you to be thinking about having various tiers of offers, okay? The first one's free. The second one is a low ticket, one-time, zero requirement on your part, something that you will build or have built and costs X number of dollars. Somebody can go to your website, click it, and buy it, okay? The third tier, however, is a higher ticket service offer. How can you support your readers in a much deeper, maybe ongoing, maybe in person, whether it's a retreat or a mastermind or a circle, something where they get to interact with you, or one-on-one coaching? What is the high value that you're bringing? Okay, where do they get more and more access to you, more and more support from you? Maybe it's something one-on-one, maybe it's group coaching, but I want you to be thinking about at least three: free, low ticket, that requires none of your time. Okay, if it requires your time, it's not low ticket. If you're charging $49 to have access to you, you need to change your pricing structure, and you hop in the community and we will get you that sort of business, money mindset, emotional support to make sure that you're low ticket, that you're not giving yourself away for free. Okay. And then so freebie, low ticket, and then high ticket. Okay. This is really important to do to position yourself as a thought leader. A long time ago, not so long ago, I did not know the distinction between visible and accessible. And I thought to be visible, I had to be very accessible. And when I was very accessible, it felt like I couldn't charge for access to me, and I was giving access to anyone and everyone, and I was exhausted. And that's not how to be a thought leader. Okay, thought leaders take care of themselves. Thought leaders bring incredible value. They are very visible, but not incredibly accessible. So I want you to be looking at how you're going to show up and support the community that you are building. How do you want to guide them? What is that mission and purpose? And what are at least three steps? Okay, if you want support to get in, I really recommend using the community. Go through this exercise, sketch out a free, low ticket, and high ticket offer, post it into the group saying, asking for feedback, looking for suggestions, whatever, and then make sure that you're on point before you get to the next step, which is plan out and build out your offers. Double check with the community to make sure that you're on track. That's what this is for. If you're in the mastermind, you can bring it there and triple check it after you've brought it to the community. And you can run this through other community members. The publishing process and the mastermind, we're in here to support you all the way. Before you go ahead and plan the whole thing out and build the whole thing out, please double check and make sure you're on the right track. But then you need to have a plan. Okay, if you don't already have a course for your sort of low ticket thing, if you don't have a downloadable PDF for your freebie, you need to figure out what it is, how you're going to make it, when you're going to make it, who's going to help you if you need help, how you're going to load it onto your computer, how you're going to make sure that it's downloadable and that you get people's email addresses, right? A freebie is to make sure you are able to lead capture, which means connecting with your prospective clients, okay? Connect with your readers. When they buy your book, you don't get their email address. You have no idea who's reading your book. But if they've downloaded something for free, you absolutely know who they are. And then you can begin to nurture them and engage with them and support them, learn who they are, where they are, and what they need, okay? Got to plan all that out and build all that out, and then integrate these three offers. We'll be talking about this later in the publishing process, but integrate these offers into your launch plan. Okay, if you already have a free thing, say, join my launch team, get the book early, help me read and review and get high ratings in the beginning. If this doesn't make any sense to you yet in the publishing process, don't worry, we repeat it over and over again. But you can use these offers later on when you're setting up your launch team. We have an author who is doing a pre-order and offering the freebie and offering early access to her low ticket situation, getting access to her course, as well as a special deal on her high ticket stuff. So it's also like, who are my people? How can I support them? Here's my offers. Here's my book. It all comes at once, okay? But you need to have all of that stuff ready so that it's not 2 weeks before your book comes out and you're dashing trying to build a course and figure out how to load it onto your website and all of this stuff. Let's start early. We're thinking beyond the book from the very beginning, because that's what thought leaders do. That's what thought leadership is. What are the ways that I can support the most number of people? We're on a mission to support 10,000 women to become published authors. I can't do that one person at a time. It would take me 10 years to support 10,000 people, maybe more. What if we can build this, and this is the whole idea, is that you're building a foundation with your authority marketing statement, your expert positioning, thinking beyond the book from the very beginning, building your offer tiers. And in the next section, we're going to look at really how to integrate the offer tiers, the support, the authority marketing at all the different stages inside the book and in all of your messaging, so your community really grows and you're talking to the right people at the right time. That's what's coming next. So think beyond the book. How are you going to support your ideal reader, and how do they become ideal clients? Build the 3-tier offer: a freebie, a low ticket, and a high ticket. Build out the plan of how do you backwards plan. If I need all 3 of these things before my book comes out, when do I do this? When do I do this? When do I do this? Who do I need help from? Rely on the community, and then integrate these offers and begin building your community, the right community, not just the random people you've built on social media so far, but really talking to the right people. And you can, as soon as you have this sketched out, you can actually start supporting people before your book comes out. You can be giving away this freebie and getting the community, the emails of the people who you need to be talking to in the first place. You could be offering your low and high ticket programs as soon as you know what they are. And you don't have to wait till the book comes out. This is one of the things that we come across a lot. We think that we can't offer something, even if we've got a course, we can't offer it until the book comes out. And that's not the case. I want you to be connecting with the right people as soon as possible. So this is all the steps of becoming a thought leader, part 2, thinking beyond the book. And I'll see you in the next section.